The Asian Cup throws up more surprises. Jordan and South Korea, one of the best games of the tournament, and Malaysia, oh boy, let's run the intro. This game right here was sensational. That's why I tweeted out throughout the game about how good this game was. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, remember to go check that in the description down below. Jordan 2, South Korea 2 in a game where South Korea, there is question marks. There is definitely question marks. So let's talk about the game. Son gets the penalty. Lee Kang-in, beautiful pass into Son. They didn't give the penalty initially. They go to VAR. They give it Son with the penalty. His first goal in the Asian Cup since 2015 final. 2015. He didn't score the last one. He hasn't scored this one yet. So it's been a long time coming for Son, and he got the goal. But after the goal, it was pretty much all Jordan. Jordan raised their level and said, you want to play? Let's play. And Jordan, fantastic that first half. Absolutely fantastic. Al-Naimat, Al-Tamari. We didn't see the best of Al-Mardi today either. Al-Wan as well. They were balling out. Absolutely balling out. The own goal, it's from a corner. It goes in. Look, it could be better defending from South Korea. Park with the own goal. But Jordan, they just kept pushing and pushing. It was just so fantastic. Even before the goal happened, you could just see that the intensity that they were playing at, South Korea couldn't match it. I was saying, Klinsmann, coach. We'll get to him in a second. The second goal, fantastic volley from Al-Naimat. All Jordan tried to do is, they didn't have a lot of attacks going down the left. They tried to get to Altamar, who's an absolute baller, man. He is such a good player, the Montpellier player. And it worked out. They created wonderful combination play. Al-Naimat with the beautiful volley, 2-1. And I thought, wow, are we in for another upset? The only thing I would criticize for Jordan is that second half, they went a little bit too defensive. Like, if you look at the stats for the second half, it was 80% ball possession for South Korea, 15 shots, 5 shots on goal, 1 shot on goal for Jordan, and 20% ball possession. That's not good enough. But it took until the 91st minute for South Korea to get the goal. It was an unfortunate own goal for Al Arab, who also had a brilliant game himself. You got to feel for Jordan because they played a wonderful, wonderful game. They're still top of the group no matter what, but you just felt like had they won it, it would have been sensational. Because that first half, I don't know if Jordan have ever played that beautiful football. You can answer me if you're Jordanian. Have you ever played that well? Because that first half, you were bossing South Korea, who are 23rd in the FIFA rankings and obviously are one of the favorites for this Asian Cup. But shout out to Nasib, the center back. Bossed it. Man was looking like Paolo Maldini. Paolo Nasib, that's his name today, because he was unreal defensively, covered everything that South Korea tried to do. Nasib was there either to block it, tackle it. He had an outstanding game. I don't think you should be so down if you're Jordanian or the Jordan team because you played a wonderful first half, and I think this showcases how good of a team they can be. But maybe they missed a golden chance to win this group, and we're going to see then obviously in the final match day because right now Jordan are ahead, of course, of South Korea thanks to goal difference, but South Korea got Malaysia in that final game and Jordan got Bahrain. So it gets interesting, this group. It does get interesting, but what a game. But Jurgen Klinsmann, you cannot play this 4-4-2 anymore. You cannot. Cho, the striker, has been awful in both games. He had a chance. It was offside granted to him. He completely missed it like he was Darwin Núñez. It was horrendous from Cho. He has not been good. I don't think this two-man midfield is working anymore. You got to put an extra midfielder there to help cover because that was the thing. South Korea were getting overrun in the midfield constantly over and over again in the first half. Then they fixed it and it looked a lot better. Son then was playing down the left side, which looked a lot better as well. I think once Hwang Hee-chan, hopefully he's going to be fit for the final game and then maybe he comes off the bench. He should be the striker, Son left, and Lee Kang-in at the right wing. That should be it. And then get the 3 midfielders. Because this two-man midfield is not working anymore. It just isn't. Son, it's just not a number 10. He's either a striker or a left winger. So, Klinsmann, please coach. You've been criticized. Now you got to fix up. Yeah, Lee Kung-in, not a good game today. I don't think he had that same sort of impact. And Jordan knew we can't allow this guy time on the ball. We can't let him dictate play. And Jordan did a fantastic job of nullifying him. But overall, what a game. What an absolutely fantastic game. I do have question marks though with South Korea. Defensively, again, not great. They just leave themselves so exposed. Like, you cannot do that against the better teams. I know probably against the better teams they're going to be switched on more defensively, but today, again, defensively, horror show, but brilliance from Jordan. They fully deserve a point in that game. And then the final game, because there was only 2 games today, it is a heartbreak for Malaysia. Absolute heartbreak for Malaysia, as Bahrain win in the final minute of the game. I'm going to be honest with you, people. I think this was the worst game of the Asian Cup, and that's no disrespect to both teams. The play wasn't good. 90 minutes of just boring football. It was so boring for 90 minutes. I'm not going to, I give praise a lot to this tournament. This game was not good. The final 5 minutes was insanity. Because then, finally, Malaysia decided to start attacking. Davis had a wonderful volley that went over the bar. Then they looked good, Malaysia. The final 5 minutes, why did Malaysia not play like that for the first 90 minutes? Yeah, they had half chances in the first half, but nothing really. Come on. We have to be honest. They didn't create anything. Neither did Bahrain. That's why I got to give credit to Malaysia. They didn't defend so naively like they did against Jordan, where they were exposed so easily and their 3 center backs had a horror show. Today, defended much better, and they kept a low line. They knew they couldn't play that high line anymore. But, you know what? This guy who came onto the field, what was his name? Akyar. Akyar. So he decided, okay, cool. They have a corner. I'm going to boot it so I give Bahrain another corner. And that cost Malaysia. I'm not going to blame him because obviously you should be defending the corner and everything. But you're giving another opportunity to Bahrain. Akyar, keep the ball and just kick it out for a throw-in. Don't give them another opportunity for a corner. What happens? Melee in the box, falls to Madan. Beautiful touch, beautiful finish. See, maybe people will blame the goalkeeper, Hasmi. I'm not going to really blame him because it goes through a lot of players. He can't really see it. It's last minute. He gets a fingertip on it, but it wasn't enough. And Madan scored a beautiful goal. And he was the only one on the field today that looked good. Because Marhoun, not good enough. Al-Hashash was terrible. Al-Aswad, not good. Bahrain were average today. Really, really poor performance from them. But they get the win. And that's all that matters. They get their first 3 points in this group. And they go into the final game against Jordan in a good position right now because they are top of the 3rd place teams with 3 points, ahead of Indonesia, ahead of Syria, and ahead of Tajikistan. So Bahrain are good to go to the round of 16, but I just don't think they're going to go far in this tournament. They just looked very pedestrian. The ball movement wasn't good enough. Yeah, the second half was a lot better, and they created some half chances, but they had that final 5 minutes. There was 2 chances for Bahrain, 2 chances for Malaysia. I said, teams, why couldn't you play like this for 90 minutes? On paper, it could have been a good game, but instead, it wasn't good enough. And Malaysia, heartbreak for them. Heartbreak for Malaysia. See, this is the thing, right? Malaysia have come a long way from being sort of a bogey team, not really good in Asian football, to now qualify for the Asian Cup. And there's a lot of hype around this team. And you guys know I really like Arif Aiman, who hasn't been good in this tournament at all. I don't know if it's not only his fault, it's also the coaching, but Arif Aiman hasn't been good enough. This is a learning experience for Malaysian football, right? You have to take these. The struggles are going to be there. It's how you overcome it and then be better as a federation, as a league, and as a national team. And you take this loss, it's heartbreaking. You lose in the last minute to Bahrain. You still haven't scored at the Asian Cup, but I think this is a good experience for the national team that says, okay, we have come a long way, but there's more work to do. And I think a lot of Malaysians, you guys let me know in the comments down below what needs to improve for your team to take that extra step of winning a game in the Asian Cup, because it's been a while. It's been a while for Malaysia, but I know how passionate the country is, and I know that they will keep getting better and better, but it just shows there's a lot of hype, but you got to temper expectations. And that's why I predicted Malaysia to finish last in this group, and they're most likely going to finish last in this group, unfortunately, for them. But for Bahrain, they got a last-minute winner, and that's all that matters. But everybody, another day of Asian Cup. Fantastic game between Jordan and South Korea. And we have 2 more games tomorrow. And then Monday, it's already the final match day of the group stage. Sad. It's so sad. So sad. I love this tournament. This tournament has been awesome, by the way. Awesome. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.